Capricorn, welcome to your reading today. Let's talk about your Capricorn and let's see what's going on, what's been going on, what's coming down the chute. We're just going to do a general energy check-in today, checking what we have mending. All right, this could be fixing or mending something within. Could be fixing and mending something without, with the person, with the situation. Let's find out. Let's see what's going on. Where's the emphasis here for Capricorn? Where is the emphasis for Cape? The sun. Okay, so this is your immortal spirit, your purpose and your destiny is involved. Ooh. All right, well, let's see what you're working on. Let's see what's working out. Let's see what's going on. What's up with Capricorn? Okay, we start this with the Emperor in reverse. Whoa, Seven of Wands. This is, well, we'll see who the Emperor in reverse is. Seven of Wands, it could be defensive, it could be motivation, it could be defensive energy. I think you're a little guarded here. Three of Swords. So, the Emperor in reverse, justice, trying to make things right. There's the Sun again. Quite a few major arcanas here. Libra, Leo energy, Aries energy. So when a court card or a card with a person on it comes in reverse, it does represent... Hold on, Capricorn. Those fell on the floor. What do we have here? We have the Five of Cups is in reverse, and they fell in reverse. The Six of Swords is in reverse. Being stuck in the past, not being able to let go of the past, trying to let go of the past. There's the Nine of Wands in reverse. So we start this reading in a very wounded warrior style of energy, right? Look at this Nine of Wands. She's like, why me? Look at all this hurt. Look at all these words, these bruises, these metaphorical bruises. Look at the pain, right? She's burning with pain. And we start this with you mad. What is this Emperor in reverse energy? Who is this person? Why have they upset Capricorn? What's going on? Because I do feel it's a past energy. So Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. The Five of Wands is in reverse. Whoa. King of Cups is in reverse. This person, the King of Cups in reverse, Capricorn, and the Emperor in reverse is like an emotional outburst. Somebody just got really upset and they just lost their shit. And it caused whether it was a friendship, a relationship, a boss, coworker, whoever this person was, a friend or a family member, it created an argument and a rift, and the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. So things did not go the way that you wanted them to go with this person. And I'm going to say with the Emperor in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse, there was an emotional outburst. And there's the Queen of Wands in reverse. So there's definitely was an argument, okay, in the recent past or like right now as you're coming into this reading. There's anger, resentment, frustration over an argument with this person. Seven of Wands. Is that how Capricorn's feeling? What's the Seven of Wands energy? Nine of Cups. Because you didn't feel... Okay, you're presenting as the Queen of Wands here, Capricorn. You could have a lot of earth or fire in your chart. The World in reverse. You are not being appreciated. You're mad. Yeah, you're mad. So this is not being appreciated, not being valued, not being respected. The Seven of Wands, you feel like you need to defend yourself, right? You need to, your guard's up, your walls are up. I definitely feel like you have something to say. You're angry and you're pissed off. What's the Three of Swords? Oh, these cards are slippery. What's the Three of Swords? Tell me who this person is, Capricorn. What they say, what happened here? Who is this mofo? That be pissing you off. Justice. Chariot's in reverse because you're stuck on it. The World, the Hermit. Four major arcanas clarified this Three of Swords, which is representative of heavy energy. This was a big impact in your life. The Seven of Swords is in reverse. You feel like they took something from you, like they stole from you, like they hurt you. You want to know when things are going to be right? It's like someone broke into your house, stole $20,000. When do you get your $20,000 back? Because you did not deserve this criminal to steal your shit. There's this element where it's like, when are things going to get right here? When is it my turn? I feel like a little bit of maybe self-pity, but not self-pity, just when is it going to be righted, right? Like go back to the thief. This person that you had an argument with broke into your house, stole all your silver and your gold, and you lost $20,000. When are you getting your money back? When is this going to be made right? So it's like you're looking for justice. You're looking for when things are going to be made right. When you're going to get what it is that you deserve. When what was taken will be returned, right? So there's this element where, well, that's what you're focused on. So then what's the justice? Is that coming? Is Capricorn getting it? What's the justice? Is it on the way? Hierophant. The Empress is in reverse. The Three of Cups. Capricorn, The message here is, in order for you to get what it is that you want, what it is that you deserve, you have to stop. Look at the Emperor and the Empress in reverse. The message here is to not let someone else's words, lack of validation, lack of recognition, lack of appreciation, whatever they're doing, stop you from recognizing and giving yourself the validation. Because once you start giving yourself the validation and recognizing it within, then you'll start to see it without. So it's like you're giving a lot of attention to this person, to what they said, to what they did. They do not want you to give attention to that, and that's the lesson here. Justice will prevail, and the Tao always does, and you'll get what it is that you deserve, but they need you to focus on what it is that you want. They need you to focus on the things that you have in your life that are appreciative, right? Appreciative, the people who appreciate you, expressing that. So there's an element where while you're stuck on this, you're not going to get it. I'm sorry to say that. That's the message here. In order to get your justice, in order to have it returned, metaphysics, right? Demand what was yours, it will be returned. There has to be an element of control. And that's discipline of the mind here. It's an element of discipline of the mind, because there's still a little bit of being stuck on what it was that happened, being angry, brooding about it, talking about it, focusing on it. So the mending here is mending within yourself without ever getting the validation, the apology, the recognition, whatever happened with this person, whoever they are, whatever they said. You might never get the closure, you might not get the words you want, you might not ever hear it. And the message here is, in order for you to get what it is that you want, whatever it is that they took, whatever was taken from you, then you have to give yourself that validation, Capricorn. This deck is too slippery. I ain't going to use it again. Is there anything else you want to say with the Six of Swords in reverse and the Five of Cups in reverse? Because that's the death. And the Strength in reverse. And they just reinforce the same thing. In order to get what you want, it's time to let go. There's the Ten of Pentacles. Be the queen on the chessboard. Be disciplined in your mind. This is a mental battle right now. And they don't want you to worry, too, right? The Death and the Strength, it's like you're worrying about something. It's like you're running the race, but you don't think you're going to finish the race. Well, you're not going to win it, most definitely. Maybe you might finish it, I don't know, but chances are you're not going to, because your mind is not on par with your actions, right? When you're manifesting, when you're creating something new, your actions got to match your mind, and your visualizations, which got to match your frequency, and the choices you're making, they all got to be on the same par. So if we're off, and I feel there's a little bit of an offness here, it's like you want something, but your mind isn't there, you're not going to get what it is that you want. So they want you to stop doing that. I don't know how else to say that. There's the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Swords and the Fool in reverse. There's an element of acceptance, right? The Eight of Wands, the Ten of Swords and the Fool in reverse is a painful ending that didn't go where we wanted to go. The Fool's in reverse, the Ten of Swords is there, right? This Emperor in reverse, whatever happened with this person. So now you're moving into uncharted territories. Now you're moving in a new direction, and it's accepting that and allowing yourself the opportunity to heal, but not letting it stop you. That's the thing. Not letting that experience stop you. That's exactly what this is. The Two of Swords and the Nine of Wands is letting the Nine of Wands stop us from getting something that we want. Someone told you you're a bad dancer, you can't be a dancer, you stop dancing. Well, you're stopping something you love, something you want, because of something somebody else has said or done, someone else's influence. They want you to remove that influence, accept it. All right, they think you're a bad dancer. So what? There's a lot of people that think you're a good dancer, and if you're really bad at that dance move, then turn on some Michael Jackson and practice, baby. Practice, practice, practice. So I actually feel like the mending in the sun is really working on your internal happiness. It's really working on your mind, but I feel it's working towards what it is that makes you happy. That's the message. That's what's going on. That's what I have, Capricorn. Is there anything else you want to say to Cappy before we move on? And then we'll get some oracles, and then we'll do our potential outcome as per usual. We'll see where you are in a month. Right now it's about March, 5th, 6th, 2026. We'll go to April, the beginning of April. The Tower and the Ace of Swords. There's a lot of crown chakra energy here. And the Five of Wands is in reverse. It's understand the Ace of Swords and the Tower. What's the Five of Wands in reverse? What are you saying? I'm not sure. Queen of Wands. They want you to be at peace and realize this is a realization. So when the Tower comes into a reading, right, we're having a shake-up, right? Where things are being shaken up, there's a mix-up. But that usually happens when the foundation wasn't strong. So there was a lack of foundation either in this friendship, this relationship, this business. Let me know again how it applies to you in the comment section, Capricorn. But that they want you to be is realize that it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't going to stand the test of time. So the next time, moving forward, whatever it is you want, fix the crack, right? That's literally the message. So what's the crack? What was weak? What was the weak foundation? Oh, the Lovers is in reverse. Okay. The Ten of Wands. Capricorn, this is a situation where the Lovers is in reverse, means that you're making a decision that wasn't the right decision for you. So maybe you were sacrificing, maybe you were people pleasing, doing things to keep the peace, doing things to satisfy someone else and putting yourself last. This is unnecessary stress created by a decision that you were doing that was putting yourself last. You weren't doing what you wanted to do, right? You want to be a dancer, and you dream about being a dancer, but you're a landscaper. You're cutting grass and weeding bushes. Like, that's not what you want to do, but that's what you're doing. So there's an element where a decision that you're making is creating the stress in your life because it was a decision that wasn't best for you. This was a job. You stayed somewhere for 15 years. They didn't give you a single raise. Okay, that wasn't the best decision for you. You can't change it, but now you're going to do something about it, and you're going to do something different. That's the type of energy here. Okay. All right, Cap. Let's grab some oracles. Let's see what they want to say. And then we'll jump back into the tarot, like I said, and do your potential outcome. So what does Capricorn need to surrender to here? Okie dokie smoky. Surrender to success. That's what's up. You are ready to experience abundance. Do not look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Instead, leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. All right, let's get the spirit animal. What's the spirit animal message here for Capricorn? Eagle, vision. It's time to look inwards with an attentive eye. Allow your heart to guide you, and opportunities you never dreamed possible will present themselves when you least expect it. So get ready for greatness. So get ready for success. Get ready for greatness. And don't let this mofo even for a second make you think that you don't deserve it or you can't have it, Capricorn, because you can, you will. And let's see how you're doing in a month. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, when I say potential, there is always free will, darling. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. And when I say outcome, let's see where you are in a month. Let's go to the middle. Well, actually, we're going to go to the beginning of April 2026. But it is a timeless reading, so it's going to be for whenever you're seeing this reading. All right. Our Empress is upside down. Why is she in reverse? Why is the Empress upside down? Seven of Swords. Two of Cups. Four of Wands. Temple. And there's the Eight of Pentacles. There's the Ace of Pentacles. That could be a new job. The Tower. The Hermit. Ooh, you've got a realization. We're going to see what that is. First of all, what I see here is realizing. You're learning from this, right? What's anchoring this is the Two of Cups, and I actually feel like that's the Emperor, right? With the Empress and Emperor. So it could be a relationship, a love relationship, a boss relationship, a friendship, but it is a relationship that was important in your life, right? It wasn't just someone you went on one date with and you never talked to again. Like, it was someone who was a part of your life, Capricorn. And I feel you're looking back with honesty. I feel there's an element of looking back with reflection, realizing, wow, I really let, that person's words or actions affect me or change the way I feel about myself. Whatever that energy is, you're just looking back and you're realizing I was giving my power away. And you're working on that. I don't see you doing that anymore. The Two of Cups and the Four of Wands is focusing on the friends and family you have. Some of you could be taking a vacation. This could be like a road trip vacation. But the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles tells me you're working towards your future. You're at peace because the Four of Wands is here. The Seven of Swords is looking at the past. So you're looking back at that, just reflective and learning from it. But the fact that the Ace of Cups is here, especially with this Eight of Pentacles, it tells us you're working towards your future. You're in alignment now, right? Your actions, your visualizations in your mind, they've all come together in beautiful harmony, right? When we think about manifesting, we got our four bodies, our physical, our emotional, our spiritual, and our mental, and they all got to come together. And I feel that harmony here coming together. I feel you learning from this past. So I feel a fresh start and a new beginning. What's this realization? Some of you might be moving. Like, that's a sudden move. The Tower, the Hermit, the Chariot, the Four of Wands. You could be literally suddenly moving. So what is the Ace of Pentacles and the Tower? What is this realization? What is this sudden change? What is that for Cap? Let's understand. You're not complaining anymore. Okay. It's an internal shift. So, you could be moving and just a new environment, a new scene, but this, with the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Four of Cups in reverse, this is no longer regretful, no longer complaining, no longer brooding, no longer focusing on the past. You're making the decision to move forward and to focus on your future. And you've made the decision to accept. That's what I see, acceptance. The Hermit's there, so whoever this person is, you're not talking to them. You're not going to talk to them. They're not a part of your life here in the future, Capricorn, but you're good. Is there anything else you want to say about that Eight of Pentacles, or like where is Capricorn working on? What is the Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, or does Capricorn know it and I'm the only one in the dark on that one, baby? Just let's see if they give us. No, you just know what you need to do. You just know. So you just got it all figured out. You're on the right path. Like I said, you're in alignment, and you got it. You know what you need to do. I feel there's acceptance, and with the Chariot, the Three of Cups, you're moving forward, focusing on the things that you value, the things you appreciate. But there's a lot of positive energy. So this person's not affecting your life. That's what I got. That's what's up. That's what's going down. Do they try to reach out? Is there anything that happens between them? Or is Capricorn just moving forward and releasing? The Star is in reverse. The Five of Pentacles. Three of... You know that this person's hopeless, and the way that they make you feel is never going to change. So you're just turning your back on this. I don't feel there's nothing really happening with that person. It's just the influence of them. This is just you turning your back on them because it was hopeless, right? There's no point sticking around in a situation that's not going to get you where you want to go. It's a hopeless situation, Capricorn, and you're not going to let that hold you back. That's what I got. That's what's up. That's what's going down. So, Cape, I sure hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope it resonated and benefited you. And let's close your reading off today with your yes or no question. Bye-bye. What's the answer for Capricorn? A yes or no. What's the answer for Capricorn? Are you ready? The answer is without questioning. That's what I have, Capricorn. I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.